Welcome back to Sir John Golf, and we are through to round 2 of the Korn Ferry Tour Q School final here at TPC Boston. We've made the cut. Now we've got to try and qualify for the Korn Ferry Tour proper. We need to get in the top 50 after this round of golf. We're currently at +1 through the first round and we're tied for 4th. So let's get started on round 2. So here's Sir John Golf stepping up to the tee on the first hole. Looks like he's got the big stick, looks like he's got the driver. So the first hole is a 363 yard par 4 into a 6 mile/an-hour wind. That's going to take some distance off. So he's got the big stick. Looks like he's going for a little bit of a draw. Push draw. It's a perfect swing. Straight down the middle. Misses the bunker on the right. And it's in the middle of the fairway. Perfect start to round 2.
And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
The breeze has just got up. You see where the flags are flickering.
So it's now a 7 mile/an-hour wind into face. 74 yards to the pin. He's got his sand wedge out. Probably just a little 3/4 swing with the sand wedge. A nice gentle swing. And that's pretty good from there. A nice chance for a birdie putt. He seems pretty happy with it.
13 feet to the hole.
13 feet putt. Slightly right to left green. Slightly uphill. Can he get round 2 off to a start with a birdie? Oh no. He pulled it slightly. It was always going left of the hole, so he'll have to be happy with a par in the first.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole.
Still tied for 4th. He only needs to make the top 50 to qualify for the Korn Ferry Tour. So the second hole is a par 5. Again, he's going with driver. 6 mile/an-hour winds helping this time. So it should just about carry the bunker. Oof. I tell you what, he got lucky with that. Lucky not to be in the bunker, but he's in the rough. Not the right line for the drive. So now he's got a quite tricky shot. 7-iron. He's going to put a little bit of a fade on it. Just get it anywhere in the fairway. Up there on the fairway. Slight lemon fade. Safe shot that.
That's a smart option. Back into the fairway.
98 yards to the pin at the front of the green. He's got to go over the drink, over the water and land it. It's a pretty tricky shot to get right. He's got to be precise. What's he got? He's got a pitching wedge. Oh, it's soft, it's slow swing, and it's wet. He's fed the fish, he's in the drink. It's just an awful shot. He has to take a penalty shot, and he's still got to go over the water with this one. 75 yards. It's a much better swing this time. A little bit left, a little bit long, but that's safe. He just needed to get it anywhere on the green, and that's what he's done.
Not a bad play, that one.
On to the green now. This for the bogey. Looking at double bogey right between the eyes.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
It's a fairly long putt this. For bogey as well. He really needs this. He doesn't want a double bogey this early in the round. 34-foot putt. Massively downhill. Slightly left to right. How is his putting today? Slightly heavy. Is it going to turn?
Come on, ball. Don't deny it.
Oh, it hits the pin. It hits the flag and bounces out. Just too much power.
Let's make this for double.
That is unlucky.
Sitting at 3
And he
over
taps
for
it
the
in for a
event.
double.
Moving
So
down the leaderboard, Luke,
he's now on
never
plus
a good
3
thing.
through 2, and he's dropped to T8. Not a disaster, but he did
Here
not
we
want
are
a
at the
double
third.
bogey
Par
on the
3,
scorecard
measuring
that early into the
208
round.
yards, a difficult par 3 to say the least.
Tricky par 3 this. Massive bunker right in front of the green. And the pin is right up against that bunker. Not a lot of room to play with. And it's 203 yards to the pin. Wind into face. He's gotten with a 5 wood. Tricky to get this stopped on the green. He's really taking his time. Really checking out that placement.
Nothing
He's gone to
sweeter
draw
than a
it.
draw like
It looks
that.
like a pretty good swing. It's a bit long. Is it going to stay on the green? Is it going to stay on the green? It's moving away from the flag with every single second. But it does stay on the green.
Well, at
He
least it's
seems
on the
very
green.
happy with
That's
it.
the positive.
And
Slim chance here for
who would
birdie,
argue
but
with
you
Sir
never
John
know.
Golf?
Anything in
So
five
now
feet
he's got a
handy for
very
that.
long putt.
This is what they
for
have left for
birdie.
birdie here.
He'll do well to get this close. .51 feet. Downhill. And it's quite strongly left to right, especially on that first half. The green moves massively left to right. This will be difficult to judge. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. It was never enough, was it? It was way more left to right than he was predicting, and he's putted it off the green and
That's
onto
never
the
nice. Putting it off the
apron.
surface, that hurts.
So now he's got his lob wedge out. He's putted it off the green. Shocking. 6 yard little chip. Little lob wedge chip. He's trying to read the green here. Little bit of right to left uphill. That's nice.
Wow, that
Oh,
almost went in the
just
hole.
past the hole on the right hand side.
Straight out of the top draw.
And he's got
Soft hands.
a 4 foot putt for
Bogey
bogey.
putt coming up here.
Slightly right to
Both looking
left.
good.
Judges that one well.
That's a good putt
But it's
for hole
another
for bogey.
bogey on the scorecard. And now he's up to +4. He's really not made a great start to this second round. He's dropping down the scorecard with every
Well, that's a
single
shame.
hole.
That'll drop them down the standings. That's for sure.
Now he's outside the top 10. He's T11 +4 through 3. He really needs a
Let's see what
par on
happens
the
here
cards.
On the fourth.
Almost every player in the field will be going
So
for
now
this
we're on to the
green.
fourth.
Where do you hit
It's a
it?
par 4.
Front right part of the green is the perfect target. Missing it to the
It's a
left of the
short
bunker
par
or
4,
long and right.
285
That is not
yards
good.
to the pin. Does he risk it all? 7 mile an hour wind into face. So he's got the 3 wood out at the moment, looking at a little fade, which is short the shape of the hole. A nice safe shot, and who can blame him after getting a double and a bogey in the last 2 holes? So a safe shot on this short par 4, 250 yard 3 wood,
Wonderfully played.
and he's got a 50
Second shot here
yard
on the fourth.
chip to the green. 6 mile an hour wind left to right. He's got to take that into account. Also, it's slightly uphill. The green is slightly above where he is currently. Oh dear. Straight in the lowest bunk. He didn't judge it. It was a tricky shot, to be fair. Only needed a couple more yards and it would have been nicely
Players setting
rolling
up, trying
towards
to
the
get
pin.
up and down from
But he's in the bunker. Now let's see how he is out of a bunker. Lob wedge, splash shot. Taking into account the gradient of the green, left to right. Oh dear.
For the fourth
Oh
shot.
dear, he's not made a great start to round 2, has he? He is I think the pressure's got to him. He's absolutely bottling this second round Korn Ferry Tour Q-School final. He started he started tied for 4th in this round. And it looks like he's going to get another double unless he
Setting up
can
this putt
putt
14
this.
feet from the cup.
So another shocking chip, only just gets onto the green really. I think the pressure is getting to him. So a little left to right, 14-foot putt, slightly uphill. Can he judge this for bogey? Looks fairly good. Oh dear.
Oh, just missed.
Not quite enough.
3 feet to go.
It
here
was
to the
more
hole.
left to right than he thought. And a 3-foot putt for
In
double.
she goes. Let's head to the next.
Second double bogey on the scorecard, and he's only played 4 holes. We're at +6. Are we even still in the top 50?
A little slide happening here on the leaderboard. See if he can bounce back.
Yes, we are. +6 down to, is that T16?
We have a par 4 on this one.
So he's gone from +1 to +6 in 4 holes. Not looking great. What can he do on the 5th? It's a par 4. 6 mile an hour wind, right to left. He's got the driver out. It's a good swing. That's more like it. That's more like it. That's what he needed. It's gone well over 300 yards. That's a shot. That's a drive to steady the nerves.
Struck.
It's still 160 yards to the
160
pin,
yards.
right at the back of the green. It's got to take into account the wind, the elevation gain. So he doesn't want as much club as maybe he thinks.
Looks to have opted for
Slightly
the 8-iron.
fast, so it's gone to the left. Yeah, it was just too much. The wind,
was a bit
the
of a
wind just
misfire.
carried that over the back of the green.
Wreaks havoc with another
He doesn't
golf
seem
ball.
too annoyed though. He's waving to the crowd.
And here we are with the third
Maybe
shot.
he's trying to show that it's not getting to him. So, a little up and down for par. Lob wedge chip. Oh yes!
That was handy holding
He's
out
chipped
there.
it in
Not a
for
good lie.
birdie.
Fortunate to hit the pin and go in.
This round is all over the
think
place.
that
5
warrants another
holes
look.
played. He's
Let's
only
see
got
that
1
again.
par.
Yeah, this was a
2
gift.
doubles,
Wasn't
1 bogey,
expecting
1
this.
birdie and 1 par. That's a lovely chip, to be fair. His chipping was shocking in the last hole, but he's redeemed himself with that. Little wave to the crowd. And he's very happy now.
Trailing
Back
by
down
5
to
shots after that hole.
+5. And also moving up the scorecard. Now he's T12. He's looking back towards the top 10.
Time to face a par 4.
Bunkers down the right-hand side.
Onto
are
the
a
6th.
nuisance. The pond fronting the left part
It's
of
a
the
par
green
4.
should not
Looks like he's
come
got
into
an iron
play
out.
if players find the fairway off their tee shot.
Oh no, he's got a driver.
Second shot to
Thought it
a
was an
very
iron.
flat green.
So an 8
Can't
mile an
get it
hour
close,
wind
but
right
still
to
difficult on this
left.
long par 4.
So he's aiming way right. It's a fast swing, so it's going to go left. The wind is also going to take it left as well. So he's right on the left-hand side of the fairway. Is it going to stay on the fairway? Just
From around
by
180
a
yards out.
couple of inches.
shots
It's
off the
still on the
lead.
fairway. Now, there's another pond to the left there, which he doesn't want to go in. 8 mile an hour winds. 180 yards to the pin. So he's got a 6 iron out at the moment. That should be enough club. He's aiming right.
Going
It's a
with the
fast
6 iron
swing. It's
here.
going to go left.
All right, going with a little bit more
It's
club.
going to bounce
Let's
around
see.
the pin high and stop. It's going to stay on the green this time. And it's moving slightly left towards the pin. That's a
That's
safe,
good golf
nice
right there.
iron shot.
A chance to move
Looks
into
like
the
he's
top 10
back.
on the
Looks like he's
leaderboard
put
here.
those double bogeys behind him, and he's back in the game. So, 19-foot putt for birdie. Slightly left to right at the beginning, but then it goes right to left towards the end. So towards the mid and end. So, overall right to left. This is looking good. Oh, that's beautiful. And it's 2 birdies in a row. He chipped one in for birdie on the last hole, and now he's putted one in for birdie. And he's back. He's truly back now. Back to +4. Back to the top 10. He's tied 8th. And this round is really a roller coaster so far.
And after a birdie at the last, they take the honor on the
Birdies, bogeys, double bogeys and pars. It's up and down. But we're on the 7th. Tied 8th. It's a par 5. 581 yard par 5. So he's got the big stick out. Winds left to right. So he's aiming towards the left hand side of the fairway. Bit of a fade.
Oh,
A really soft fade, and that's lovely. Right down the middle. Right down the bet middler. Carried 280. Total distance 310. That's beautiful.
Time for the second shot here.
He's really got into his groove in the last few holes. So, still 274 yards to go. Can he get onto the green in 2? He's got the 3 woods. Slightly slow swing, so it's off to the right. Quite a nice bounce, and it's ended up just short of the green.
Lovely effort that.
So that's pretty good, to be fair. Not quite enough power, not quite enough juice to get onto the green.
Getting ready to play their third.
But a nice little up and down for birdie. And he'll be laughing. So, 14 yards to the pin. He's got his lob wedge out, flop shot. That's a bit long at the moment, so he's brought that right back in. Wind is quite strong off the left, so he's got to take that into account a little bit. It will have a little bit of impact. So he is aiming slightly left. He's trying to do something clever. Opening the face of the club. I mean, it's way long. I don't know what he was thinking. That's way long. But he's on the green in 3. So 2 good shots. And he's not happy with that. I mean, it was appalling. Just way too much power. But he's on the green in 3. He has a putt. Admittedly, it's a long putt. But he has a putt for birdie. .26 foot to the pin. Slightly downhill. And it looks slightly right to left, especially towards the end. But it starts off left to right. This is a really difficult one to judge. He's gone fairly straight in the end. It's gone massively off to the right, and it just hasn't turned enough at the end. So he's misjudged that. He's hit it too powerful as well, so it's gone way past the pin. He's got a 5-foot putt for par. Left to right, well judged, and it's in. He's happy with the par. But you can't help thinking that could have been a birdie. 2 good shots, and then a little bit messy with the chip and the putting. But he's got a par. So, tied for 9th through 7, +4.
We've reached the 8th hole.
Par 3 and a diabolical
So it's another par
green,
3.
to say
It's
the
another
least.
long
Left-hand
par
side
3.
sits much higher.
208
Right-hand
yards.
side, and the green is usually
No bunker
very
right
firm,
in front of the
a
green,
tough
but there's one to the
pass.
right, there's one to the left. Wind 6 mile an hour helping from behind. So he's aiming way short with a 6 iron at the moment. Surely, even with the wind, even with the drop in elevation, that's not
Opting for the
enough,
6
but we'll
iron.
see. It's slow, slightly to the right, bounces just before the green, and
Just a little off.
Goes
the
off
accuracy there.
to the
Unable
right.
to
It's
find the green.
in the rough.
And
It's not
coming
good.
up well
It was never enough
short.
club. Just poor club selection. So he got a lob wedge. How's his chipping going to be? It looks pretty good, to be honest. I mean, that is not bad at all. A bad
Just
bounce to the
4 feet
left.
remaining
Took it
between him and the hole.
to the left of the
An
pin,
important
but
par save.
5 foot putt for par. And it's straight.
And there it
And he's
is.
got it.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that.
Yeah, so he's T9 through 8. Not bad at all.
We've reached
We
the
move
ninth
on
hole.
to the 9th.
Time to tee off.
9th hole, bunkers down the left. Will
It's a
not come
par
into play,
4.
and this green sits below the players on their second shot. We have seen
And the
birdies
wind
made
is
here in the
left to
past,
right,
but they are
7
really
mile an
difficult
hour.
to come
So he's
by.
got to take that into account. So he's aiming way to the left. Well, it's a massive draw. It's a perfect swing.
That tee shot looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good. Left-hand side of the fairway. Bounces towards the middle of the fairway. That has ended up perfect. 305-yard drive as well. He's got to be
Setting
happy
up
with
here
that.
From about 165 yards.
So 165 yards to the pin. He's got an 8 iron. Is that enough? Wind left to right. He switched it up for a 7 iron, has he? Elevation gain of 6 foot as well.
Looks to have
That's a
chosen the
perfect swing.
centre
That's
iron.
pretty nice. Off to the right.
Any
Wind
bounce
is
to the left
taking
here
it
would
to
be
the
helpful.
right. But it's pretty much centre of the fairway. Pin high. Centre of the green, sorry. Pin high.
Yeah, that was a safe play.
Safe play indeed.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's
So
downhill.
he's got a putt for birdie. Can he end the front 9 with a birdie? Massive gradient right to left for this green. This is going to be difficult to judge. He's going to go massively right. Is that even enough? Because this green is sloping from right to left quite severely. 31 foot putt. Slightly downhill. He's taking his time over this one. And that's nowhere near enough, and the green has taken that massively to the left. Good
That's
power judgment, good
Well, I don't mind
distance
this putt,
control, pin eye, but just not enough right. So he's got a 6 foot putt
Nice
for par. Oh, and he's missed that. He
And this
rushed
one
it a
will be for
bit,
bogey.
and he's ended the back 9 with a bogey, surely.
And as we head over to the 10th
To
hole,
take him
Rich,
to
this
plus
plan will enter
5
their
through
final
9,
holes of Q School.
tied
How
for
they feeling?
12th.
Well,
So a
right
roller
out-
coaster front 9 here at TPC Boston. He started at +1. He's now at +5. He's just got to finish in the top 50. Let's see if he can do it in the next video.